Sometimes I like to mess around with some Viagra. I OD'd on it. It was the hardest week of my life. Welcome back to the Footy Fetish Show, the greatest show with balls and 2 feet. I'm here with the greatest, the eighth wonder of the world, Ocho.
Yeah! Back on the mic with the Mike Daddy. Mike Daddy, as always, pleasure to be here with you. How are you doing?
Always a pleasure to do it with you, sir. And
Yeah.
always a pleasure to do you on the show. Here's what we're going to do today. Champions League, baby, right?
Hell yeah.
That's what we feeling?
We feeling it. Last match day 6. We need a guest. We haven't had a good guest on here in so long. Welcome back to the show. Our favorite Gunner Mike. How you doing, Gunner Mike?
Fellas, how y'all doing?
Hello.
Good, man. Always a pleasure.
Oh yeah, happy to be back. Hanging in there
Mike,
on this side.
Mike, you probably have the only intro of all of our guests. Like just the well-known fellas. Like
Love it.
When you hear it, you know it's Gunner Mike. There's no
Hey,
question
man.
in your mind who's back on the pod. It's Gunner Mike.
Happy to be here. Man. It's been long overdue. Long overdue.
It has.
I know I had some scheduling conflicts. I think the last time we tried to link up. So yeah, appreciate y'all having me back on.
And I believe we'll be seeing you your team, you and your boys next season. What you think about that, man? That's
You know what? I talked shit too soon last season, so I'ma just remain humble and just be happy that we off to a good start after 12 games, and a lot of season to go.
You guys
But
are
we're
at the
starting
top
off
of the
well.
table, right?
We look pretty good. We're at the top of the table.
Baby. 2
Top of the
points
table.
clear.
We're trying to close in on that goal difference with City. We'll put 5 up on the board the other day, so trying to shore that up, but the boys look good, man. Just got to stay healthy, and might be able to do something.
How the fuck is Manchester United in 5th place?
They've quietly been putting results together. I can't even front.
I'm absolutely shocked. They haven't lost a game in the last 5.
Yeah, they beat us. That's our only loss.
Really? Oh, That's right.
Yeah, we lost at Old Trafford. We played well, but what's his name? Anthony scored on his debut.
That's right. That was sick. I do remember that. I was cheering for him. Sorry.
Well, I hear you, man. I get it. He's a good player.
That's my so rare boy. I got to cheer for
I get
him.
it.
That's money in the pockets.
He worth 100 though? Was he worth 100? You think?
What you mean 100 what?
Million.
Oh,
That's what they paid, right?
Yeah.
I think this was a pre-World Cup tax. I think he's going to show up in the World Cup. I think he's going to be like a really fun player for like the next gen, and I think that'll make him worth that 100 mil because then I think they'll make their money back in jersey sales because he's a fun player to watch, right? You saw the spin he did the other day.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "Oh, you can't do that," and he's like, "Fuck you! This is how I got here. I'm gonna keep spinning. Fuck you guys."
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so maybe not right now, but I think looking to the future, they wanted to secure him. And I think that was a convenience fee as well. That was like right at the end of the window. It's like, man, you are desperate for some new signing. And Ajax is like, we didn't plan on letting him go, but if you want him 100 mil, how does that sound? They're like, yeah, sure. And it's like, damn, we should have asked for more. Fuck. They would have paid it. I guarantee, man, you would have paid it.
Yeah,
they didn't bat an eye.
They didn't. I think I know they negotiated for a little while, but you knew they were going to get it done at some point. It felt like almost like the Sancho deal, right? Like, all right, cool. We're going back and forth, but that one's going to get over the line.
Right.
But yeah, I tell you what, man. United, man, they got a hell of a FIFA team.
They do. They got the pixels, as my buddy Sebastian would say.
Yeah,
Who's got the best pixels on the field? You got better pixels than me, bro. That's all it is. You're not a better FIFA player. You just got better pixels. Always with the excuses, right? Anyway, this is match day 6. Booty. why don't you get us started, or Mike Daddy? I got to start calling you Mike Daddy. Mike Daddy, get us started with match day 6. Who's first up on the docket?
Let's do it. Jump right to it. Group B, we're looking at FC Porto and Atletico. Both these squads, first of all, I guess you got to point out FC Porto coming off 3 wins in 3 games. We got Atletico coming off that crazy wild finish that they couldn't finish. So that's another story another time. But we're looking at FC Porto, who's coming up on the up and up. They're looking hot after a really slow start.
That's right, yeah.
So what are the bookies looking like on this one? It's looking like there we go. It is looking like Porto is a little slight favor on this one, plus 140. You can get you a draw drop at plus 240 if you like throwing those draws down. And our boys Atletico rounded it out, underdogs at plus 195. Man, Atletico just a weird team to watch right now. I'm pretty sure you guys could agree. You just don't know what you're getting from day to day. But what you guys think about this one, Gunnar Mike?
So I guess there's always, this incentive to win the group, I guess. So, I imagine Porto still probably puts a decent team out there to play the match. And as far as Atletico, man, not looking forward to seeing them in Europa. But maybe they'll come out with some pride and try to win the game. But the way that Porto's on their run, it's kind of hard to bet against them at the moment.
It's a good point. You forget that they are going to Europa, and they're going to be going into Europa pretty pissed off. I would hate to be Arsenal or Man United right now, but this is going to make Europa a lot of fun. I'm excited to see all these other teams heading into Europa.
Europa is going to be pretty damn competitive, man.
Yeah, it is, dude.
Like
Barcelona, Juventus, Ajax, and Atletico. There's still possibly other teams. I know AC Milan's on the hook depending on their result. We'll get into that in a second. But I'm with you. This Europa is going to be fucking fun. Not to mention all the teams already in Europa. This is going to be a very exciting European finale, I guess you could call it.
Throw Ajax in there too.
Yeah, Ajax. That's right.
Another one.
Quickly going through 2 injuries for Porto are Pepe and João Mario, with Uribe and Carmo on a red card. Thomas Lemar, Llorente, and Koke and Reguilon are also out on injury for Atletico, with Morata doubtful. This is in Porto. I've been talking a lot of shit about Porto and their inconsistency. And like Booty said, they started off so poorly and then came back with 3 wins right in a row to really secure their place in the knockout rounds. I think they've started to find their groove. I'm going to go with Porto here as well. Did we all give our picks?
Yeah, I think I'm
with Porto.
Yep.
All right. Moving on to the other side of Group B. This is Bayer Leverkusen versus Club Brugge. This will be in Germany. Leverkusen with a minus 165, Club Brugge with a plus 410, and a draw at 350. Injuries and red cards for Club Brugge, but they are clear into the knockout round. So I would imagine that they rest a bunch of players and just try and not embarrass themselves in Germany. I'm actually going to go for a draw here. I could see. Let me see. Hold on. So Leverkusen and Atletico are neck and neck with that Europa spot. If Leverkusen can win and Atletico lose, Leverkusen are in Europa.
I think.
Damn it, man! You just looking at that game? What happened? Sorry, we're watching NFL. It's Monday Night Football over here. Please,
bro.
please,
T. Higgins just got the touchdown, man.
Please.
I just lost my weed, man.
Go, baby! Yeah, 85, my man. The new 85.
Fucking hell, man.
Let's go. Appreciate that. Yeah. Fuck you, man.
Fuck my shit.
That cornerback's pissed, man. What's the score? Read it out to us.
Yes, Glory. What is it?
Man, I just went down. I had 168.32. I just went down. Now the guy has 176.28, man, off that fucking touchdown,
That's
man.
the dagger, mate.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's
What a
rude.
day.
Let's go. Sorry,
What
my
a
dynasty
day.
over everything else. I'm sorry, man.
I hear you, man. My dynasty season's in the mud. I'm,
You gotta do.
trying.
You just get some of those quarterbacks. Sebastian, I guarantee you can slide Sebastian a quarterback. I guarantee
Nah,
it.
man. It's all good, man. I took a gamble on this year. I made some trades, acquired some assets, got
Dude,
some
you got some
picks.
draft picks, bro.
You know what I mean? Now it's just time to build. So if I just can't come in last. You know what I'm saying? So, I
Yeah.
don't want that. I don't want that jersey.
We need a new
But
fucking punishment, man. That jersey ain't shit.
nah, I hear you. I hear
Shit
you. So
ain't.
yeah, I don't want to be the guinea pig on the new punishment. So
It won't be this year because we didn't vote ahead of time. We can't
nah, I hear
change
you.
it now. It's got to be for the next season. So this would be the year to tank and get that first round pick.
Right. I'd be cool with a top 2 pick, well, top 3 pick, something like that. We'll see how it goes.
I'm about to rebrand, dude. I'm about to rename mine Roller Coaster Booty. It's like one
Up
week
and
we
down.
had we won, putting up 190. The next week we putting up 100. It's been like
Right.
every week. It's like, dude, what the hell? I can't
These
tell if it's good
players
or
are
not.
so inconsistent, man. It's
Yeah.
so
Right?
it's so tough to find consistency this year.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Without a doubt. Lots of good teams this year. It's
For
like
sure.
Browns out of nowhere, right? Where the fuck did that come from?
Lots of
Yeah.
good teams and good and the teams we're used to that are good are just trash.
Yeah.
Like I was just naming them off the other day. The ones that we're so used to. Packers looking terrible. Freaking NFC East, the best division. Like it's just
Right. Right.
it's just weird, man. Saints looking terrible.
It's almost like a transition is happening, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Pendulum
Yep.
swinging back.
yeah, it's starting to
Yep.
swing. All these teams that I had all these picks over the years are finally
You know
Yep.
what it
just
is,
coming
man?
together. Even
It's
the
the
Jets look
quarterbacks.
halfway decent.
We're looking at
Right.
it's the
Jets are good.
quarterbacks.
Giants are good.
Right.
We're seeing this new wave of quarterbacks. My mom was like, "Who's next after Rodgers and Brady?" And it was like Mahomes.
Yeah.
Your Josh Allen, your Lamar Jackson. Like
Lamar,
those
yeah.
guys are about to take over the league. And then your Eagles. What's his name? Wentz.
Mm.
Hurts.
Hurts.
Hurts, yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Like
tell
I
you
feel
what,
like
he definitely surprised the hell out of me. I wasn't
yeah.
expecting that from Jalen Hurts to be.
Yeah.
They really, put a team around him.
Yeah.
So
They gave him weapons, and he's proven to use them. So.
he is. He is. Gotta give it to him.
But anyway, let's get back to this Leverkusen Club Bruges. I believe I just dropped a draw. Booty. Oh, we were going through the group actually. So I think Leverkusen can pull out this win at home, get the 3 points, go to Europa, Atletico Madrid lose or draw, and go home empty-handed. What do y'all got here? Leverkusen Club Bruges.
I'm going Club Bruges. I mean, I think how often are they top of their group in the Champions League? I think they got an incentive to win it. I
Right?
think their league is probably not that strong, or maybe they can, tinker with their team on their next actual league match day, play some subs. I think they'll go for it. Obviously, Leverkusen got something to play for as well, to maybe try to get in Europa. I don't know how that works. If they can, you know, if if uh if they can make something happen there as far as Atletico, if Atletico loses, flop places, so on and so forth. But yeah, I don't know. I got Club Brugge to win the game.
Okay. Booty.
I'm gonna take a draw on this one because both clubs right now just not looking too hot. Bruges has started really hot, kind of cooling off.
Yep.
I feel like they might rest a couple people. And then you got Leverkusen, who Xavi Alonso been putting the work in. So I'm thinking a draw. I'm gonna stay with a draw, and also with it being at home, I just feel like Leverkusen is gonna lay down like that. But man, they got some work to do domestically too.
Yeah, we're just pulling up the table. They are on the verge of being actually relegated here, which is shocking. They would be in the
Yikes.
relegation playoffs if the season ended right now. They do have one win out of the last 3 games, so Xabi Alonso is doing work there, trying to get them back in. And they have some players, man. It's crazy. They got team. They just need to be. They need to be given an identity here, and I guess that's why you brought in Xabi Alonso. But that's going to be a fun group to follow. because at this point it's all about that third place spot. We're going to be seeing who rounds out that third place spot and gets that Europa League knockout. I know Mike is hoping for Leverkusen versus
Please,
Atletico
God.
Madrid. I definitely would rather take the Bundesliga team over the always second place team in La Liga.
Right. I'm
That'll
not
do it
trying to
for
play Simeone in a knockout anything.
Jesus, man. Yeah, any knockout stage, I'll pass on Simeone.
I'm passing.
Ooh, we've got a fun one here. This is, let me make sure it's the next game up here. This is Bayern Munich versus Inter. Woo, this one's going to be fun.
Spicy.
This is going to be a ton of fun. So this is Group C. Favorite group. This is Bayern Munich at 15, Inter at 10. The odds on this game are Bayern at home minus 230, Inter away plus 550, with a draw at 390. Bayern are clear into the knockout. Looking ahead to their schedule, they're in second place in the league. They're going to be playing Hertha Berlin the following weekend. So, as far as priorities, they might want to be looking towards the weekend to try and get back up in first place. I think this could be an opportunity for an Inter draw or an Inter win. I'm going to go spicy here. This is going to be a huge spicy day. I'm going to go draw. Be dropping a draw Bayern Inter. Booty, what you got? Mike Daddy.
Bayern have won 31 of their last 36 Champions League games. Give me Bayern. I just got to roll what I know.
Yeah, man, it's roll with the hot. Also another thing I got to point out is since the addition of Choupo-Moting as the number 9, they have looked really good because now they actually have a true number 9 that can go and win those air balls, those aerial duels, and then allow Mane, Sane, Musiala, Coman to run in behind them. Versus when they were running with Mane as the number 9. That's just, it only works for so long and then teams figure it out. So I think that's a good pick there. I like that, Booty. Mike, what you got? Gunner Mike.
Yeah, no, I'm going with Bayern. Thing we've just seen over they're different, man. Different mentality. They try to win literally every single match. They're like City, they want to win every single match, man. So yeah, I'm going with Bayern. Easy.
And looking at injuries, doesn't look like they're missing too many. I mean, they can fill in anybody. So Lucas Hernandez is out, but guess what? They've got Upamecano and Pavard. Looks like De Ligt is doubtful. Mueller is out. Neuer is out. Really enjoyed watching Ulrich, and as well as Leroy Sané is out. Brozovic is also out for Inter, as
That's
well
big.
as Lukaku. And Brozovic has been out for Inter for quite a while. I think the last 2 or 3 games, Mike Daddy, we've been missing Brozovic.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they knocked out Barcelona, so they've been able to find pieces to fit in and still succeed. And for me, Dzeko and Lukaku are like for like as far as their capability. So look for Inter to maybe shock here, but I'm with y'all. It's probably going to be a Bayern Munich win. Moving on over to the other side of Group C, we've got Barcelona going away to Victoria Pleasant. Odds on this one, plus 650 for Victoria, minus 280 for Bayern, with a draw at 420. I think Barcelona are pissed here. Looking at their group, they're practically into the Europa. I think they just try and earn some dignity back and just smack Victoria in the mouth. Just like, I'm going 3-0 here, 3-4-0. Y'all got Mike Daddy.
Yeah, I'll take Barcelona as well. You got to, like you said, you said it great. You got to think they're going to be looking to get some sort of revenge, something to kind of remind everybody they're still here, heading in, build a little confidence heading into old Europa. I'm sure they miss it.
Got her, Mike. What you got here, man?
I'm gonna go with Barcelona as well. I'm sure it'll kind of be like a training session. I'm sure they'll get a dub. 2-0, 3-0, something like that. So not too crazy. It'll be interesting to see who we see out there. Maybe a little more Torres, Ansu Fati.
Maybe
some of that
Kessie.
action. Yeah, Lil Kessie, maybe, man. Free those guys. Free him. Free Fati, man.
Hashtag free Kessie.
I hear you, man. Free De Jong still too, man. Get him out of there, man. Get him to the N5, man. You come to the carpet, man.
It's funny, Booty. You said this earlier. They're looking to get some revenge. This Barcelona game almost kind of reminds me of like the older brother getting picked on at school and then going home and beating up on his little brother because he's just like he can't go back to the bully that beat him up, so he's got to go find someone to take it out on, and it's gonna be Victoria. They're gonna get smashed here, and if they don't, then Barcelona are really gonna have to start asking some questions of Xavi here. But looks like this is unanimous here, Group C. Looks like it's all pretty much ironed out. Moving over to Group D, we've got Sporting and Eintracht Frankfurt. The odds on this one, we've got Sporting hosting plus 140, Eintracht Frankfurt away 190 with a draw at 250. This one's fucking tough. I've hated this whole group this entire time. I'm actually really excited to look at our predictions, Booty, at the end of this, because I guarantee nobody nailed this. Right now, as the group, it's a tight group. As the group stands, Tottenham at 8, Sporting with 7, Eintracht with 7, Marseille with 6. I think Marseille are going to win and get that 9. It's a question of between the other 3, who is also going to win. So looking at Sporting and Eintracht, they're basically playing for the knockout. Whoever wins goes through. As well as Tottenham and Marseille, because if Sporting win, that's a 10. If Eintracht win, that's a 10. If Marseille win, that's a 9. Tottenham's down in Europa. So that could be another team that Arsenal, Man U have to face in Europa if Tottenham don't get that win. I'm gonna roll with Sporting here at home. That's my pick. Gunner Mike, who you got here?
I'm gonna roll with Sporting as well. Home field, a lot to play for. I'm gonna rock out with them as well. Even though I like Frankfurt, I like what I saw when they played Tottenham. I thought they played them pretty tough. So it's not gonna be an easy fixture, but I'm gonna roll with them though.
Or that.
It's kind of like a toss-up. If they were playing at Frankfurt, I would be saying Frankfurt. You know what I mean?
I think so. Yep, I think so. Last year's Europa winners. Booty, who you got?
Yeah, I'm feeling the same. Obviously, these two squads, I'm sure y'all could just go ahead and piggyback on it. But I mean, these are the two most unpredictable squads probably in this tournament. One day they're up, next day they're down. Sporting came in really hot, 2 wins in 2 games. Then they lose the next 2, then they draw. So it's like Frankfurt, on the other hand, I feel like we just get a different team every time we watch them. Are we going to get the Europa champions from last year? We're going to get the team that dropped a loss game before this and a draw before that. So I gotta go Sporting just because they're at home.
Yeah, I think that's unanimous. So that brings up the next question: Tottenham versus Marseille. Marseille are hosting plus 190. Tottenham away 140, and the draw at 240. Ooh, I mean, I'm gonna go Marseille. Shout out to the So Rare owner. What did Gunner Mike? What'd you call Marseille?
Arsenal Light, man. Arsenal Light.
Arsenal Light.
Marseille's winning this football match, man. It's at the Velodrome too, right?
Yes, sir.
Come
Marseille
on, man.
is hosting.
Come on, man. Like, I tell you what, Tottenham, they closed their game out. They had a comeback win over the weekend, so they're going to be coming in with confidence. But that stadium is going to be loud in France. Tottenham's played a lot of games here recently. And I tell you what, they're just not playing they don't play good football, man. They just don't, man. They just don't. If Marseille is on it, control the midfield, they can do something. I really do.
You know who they're missing? I think they're missing Kulusevski. Ever since he's been injured, they have been struggling to find some kind of creativity going forward. Son, I don't know what's been going on with Son. I mean, he's been in and out, kind of consistency. I think he's already looking to the future. I'm out of here. Finally, I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm not. He can probably already see that City and Arsenal are going to wrap up the EPL trophy, and it's just a matter of him looking to the World Cup as well. for South Korea. I'm sure he's not looking to get hurt this close, being the face of South Korean soccer. But yeah, just quickly want to point out all of the Arsenal players here. You have Sanchez, Gunduzi, Nuno Tavares, Kolasinac, and am I missing any, Mike, or is that it?
No, that's it. Let me point out though real quick, Tavares, he's doing the same thing as far as what happened last year with Saliba at Marseille. Values going up, he's getting experience.
Minutes. Yep.
He's gonna come back next year. Tierney might be gone.
No way.
He's losing minutes as it is right now. Minutes as it is right now. Tomiyasu is starting at left back. They're starting left back the last like 4 matches, man. Tierney's been coming on as a sub. When Zinchenko was healthy, is Zinchenko's spot, bro. Tierney's done, bro. It's crazy.
Damn. Crazy.
I think we're gonna sell. We're gonna sell. Wow. And that all of it depends on Nuno. But Nuno's developing great over there.
He is.
He's doing all kind of shit.
He was red hot at the beginning of the season. I think he's kind of cooled off, but he is
for sure.
He's finding his mojo. He's finding his identity as a left outside back that we saw him do in the Portuguese league. This is why Arsenal signed him. Very happy to see this. It looks like Marseille is kind of like the feeder club for all these Arsenal defenders, man. Just like, hey, man, go get some minutes in that French league for a little bit, man. Help them out. We'll see you in a year. We'll come pick you back up in a year after you went to camp.
It's working out. And if it gets to a point where it's like, hey, they can sell him, it puts the club in a great position. You can sell or you can keep, and you got options, so.
Yep.
But anyway, yeah, man.
Now, Booty, I know this is your boy here, Conte. This is your coach. This is your coach, man. Your Italian National League coach, now national team coach, Juventus's coach. Are you gonna ride with him, Booty? What you gonna do, man?
Probably going to be Juventus coach pretty soon again. But anyway, he will actually be missing this game. I'm glad you brought that up. So that's something else to think about. Red card last match. He's going to be suspended for arguably Tottenham's biggest game of the year. And hey, flip side of things, we're at Marseille. Like Mike said, it's going to be nice and loud in there. This is arguably their probably biggest game they've had in a while. So I mean,
yeah, wow.
I got to take Marseille.
All right, unanimous. Dropping the 190 here on Marseille plus 190. I dig it. And man, I got to point out, we named all the Arsenal players. One of my favorites that I feel like is very underappreciated and undervalued is Payet. That man is just
stud
quality. Dimitri Payet. I don't know why the French team ever dropped him. That dude was a stud, man. It's a good team.
He's a really good player.
I'm very excited for this. I don't know.
He used to play at West Ham. Y'all remember him at West Ham?
Yeah. And then he was on that Leicester team, right? Wasn't he on that Leicester team with Mahrez? Or am I not?
No?
Okay.
No, he was on West Ham, and basically he just stopped coming to training and refused to that's when West Ham were just really shitty.
Oh,
he was just get me out of here, man.
Get me out of
here.
Yeah, I think he's enjoying himself over in Marseille. So that's good for him, man. Good for him. We've got 2 more games. Oh, this is another really fun group. This is Group A. Liverpool, Napoli. Boom. Oh, my God. Minus 115 for the hosts, Liverpool. Plus 270 for the away Italian giants, Napoli. And plus 310 for the draw. This one's easy for me. Napoli all day. Not even a question. I think they go in there and just punch Liverpool in the mouth. Just a battered up Liverpool. Liverpool are missing Arthur, Joel Matip, Luis Diaz, Diogo Jota, Naby Keita is out, and Oxlade-Chamberlain is out. And looks like Robertson is also out, but he wasn't listed. Thiago and Andrew Robertson may drop out for Curtis Jones and Kostas Tsimikas. I'm going to pass it over to Booty. What you got, man?
Yeah, man. Napoli's on fire right now. Liverpool is the opposite of fire. I've been watching Napoli a good bit lately. It's impressive, man. Like we've said since the beginning of this whole tournament, they go and lose their top 2 scorers to go ahead and now average more goals a game. So it's incredible what they're doing. They're sitting top of the table Serie A. So I mean, I got to keep riding this team. until we can't anymore. Just too impressive, man. We've had OC actually got some time this weekend. For the first time he was starting in a minute, and it took him a whole 4 minutes to score. So yeah, I have 3.
First hat trick in Serie A for OC this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, I got to keep rolling with them. Meanwhile, Liverpool, man, they got some holes. And I'm sorry, I'm just not. I've never really been sold on Van Dijk, man.
Really?
Those big clunky defenders, dude. Send through balls. And if you go back and look at the tape, you catch him flat-footed. He's slow as fuck sometimes to me. That's just me. But hey, go back and look at the Benfica tape last year, where they just did what the hell they wanted to him. Through ball. Now, hey, if you're gonna put the ball in the air, yeah, he's gonna get you. He's probably gonna beat you 9 times out of 10. But through ball, man. I'm gonna take Napoli.
Booty, before we go on to Gunner Mike, I want to get you to try and pronounce this guy's name.
Oh shit! I've been pretending that the K is silent, so I've been going Vara to Sheila. Vala to Shkila.
We'll take it. I thought you do pronounce the K.
You might. You might.
All right, Gunner Mike, let's hear it.
Oh, nah, man, I can't.
Come on, man. Just one time.
Vartashilia?
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Who you got in this game, Mike?
I'm going with Napoli as well, man. I think it's Liverpool is big time reeling domestically. Not saying that always carries over, but it's just not. It's bad vibes over there right now, man. So I'm going with Napoli all the way. Like Booty said, they're definitely on the tear. They're playing well. Top of Serie A. They got a nice little. They could lose a game and still be top, I believe. So they're rolling. So you got to roll with them. Get buddy whose name I can't pronounce. We'll see what kind of move he gets, if he gets one. After this year, I know they just acquired him not too long ago.
Right.
So I don't think he's been there long, but we'll see if he gets any kind of move. And obviously, Osherman, I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right, but
that's it.
He's due as well. So we'll see what happens with those guys.
Another name that we're forgetting to there's actually 2 names that we're forgetting to mention here, and that's Raspadori, as well as Diego Simeone's son, who I cannot remember his first name, but they asked him after his game last Champions League, who was the last Argentinian to score 2 goals in back-to-back games, or like who was the last Argentinian to score 4 goals in 4 games? I forget what the stat was. And he was like, I don't know, Lavezzi. And they're like, no, it was your dad. Your dad was the last player to do the record that you did. He was like, really? My dad did that? He was like, yeah. Like, oh shit.
Wow.
So that's
crazy.
They've got some really sneaky attackers. Again, Kvaratskhelia, Raspadori. We're not even talking about Politano. You got Osimhen and Raspadori. And Simeone. They can slide in any of these players and really just throw your defense off completely. Each attacker has got a different skill set that they're really strong with, and it's just difficult to be able to flip that mid-game as they're coming in. Not to mention you have really good core midfielders with Ndombele, Lobotka, Zielinski, this other guy, Languisa. I mean, they are just... It's amazing how they've lost players and replaced them with what seems to be even better players. They lost Koulibaly. They got this other guy, Min Jae, who's killing it this year. Ostigard, never heard of this guy. I don't know how they're doing this. And Ospina, right? They lost Ospina, the Colombian starting goalkeeper. They bring in Alex Moret, and he's a better goalkeeper. I can't explain it. I was watching a video earlier about how Napoli has grown, and they were going between promotion and relegation. This guy comes in and buys the team. Carlo Ancelotti forgot that he coached Napoli. Gennaro Gattuso forgot that he coached Napoli. Sarri was there. Sarri started to really play some elegant soccer. Then they brought in Ancelotti. Ancelotti tried to keep it. Then they brought in Gattuso. Gattuso won a cup trophy with them. And now we're seeing Spalletti kind of put all these pieces together and really have some success. Last year, at the beginning of the year, they were also challenging for the Scudetto very early in the season. I think they were in first place for like the first 10 games of the season and then kind of fell off. They don't look like they're doing that this year. The criticism was that Sarri's system, while it looked so good, at the end of the season, it always saw its players crash out. They got burnt out and weren't able to kind of keep up the pace at which Sarri wanted to. Spalletti has been able to kind of figure it out. And now we're seeing all of the success of these previous coaches and, come to the front. And I'm very impressed. I would love to see Napoli go far in this Champions League and really represent for the Italian league, because it's been Juventus for so long. I would love to see another team kind of come to the front and shine. We got one more game. I had to just quickly talk about Napoli. I was diving into them this weekend. We've got Rangers versus Ajax. I believe this is going to be the third place game. That's right. If Ajax draw or win, they are automatically in Europa. And it looks like the Rangers have a shot if they win, maybe at a tiebreak. I don't know what the tiebreak here. I'm looking at the goal differential. That looks pretty rough for the Rangers, -18. Looking at the odds real quick, we've got Rangers hosting at +290, Ajax at -120, and a draw at +290. I'm going to go with Ajax here. Gunner Mike, what you got?
Yeah, definitely going with Ajax here. Not that they fared too well here in Champions League, but I think they might have a little bit more quality to get the job done on the day. So, and they want to make it to at least playing some kind of European competition after this. So, Ajax is a big club still. So yeah, they're gonna try to get that done.
For sure. Mike Daddy.
Yeah, despite all the revolving doors, it's been the whole season at Ajax. I'm gonna still take Ajax. I've actually watched Rangers a few times going back to the Europa final.
Mhm.
Just haven't been impressed, man. Just haven't been impressed. So give me Ajax.
Copy that. All right, that'll do it for Tuesday. We've got 8 more games left. These should be pretty quick and easy. First up on the docket, let me make sure I'm looking at the right day here. Booty, how do I get to Wednesday on the betting odds? Is that more wagers here?
2 more Champions League. Look, go down.
Oh,
Wait.
shit.
Okay, look, scroll up.
Stop moving.
All right, yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so yep, there you go.
Okay, cool. Tuesday. Here we go. Wednesday. All right. We've got, first up, early games, Real Madrid versus Celtic. Real Madrid are hosting -480, Celtic away +1200 with a draw at 600. I think this is easy. Real Madrid looking really strong. They got a little unlucky over the weekend. I think there was some questionable refereeing that I was reading on Twitter. And Tony Cruz got his first red card in 15 years. Crazy stat
Whoa.
there. Didn't see what caused it, but it looked like it was a straight red. So not missing any players for Real Madrid. Celtic are missing 2 players, Starfelt and McGregor. I don't think you go into Bernabeu and walk away with a win, especially with this team right now, Real Madrid just dominating. If you got Real Madrid with a win, can I hear you say, hell yeah?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, moving on to the other side of this group. We've got Shakhtar Donetsk hosting RB Leipzig. Shakhtar at 420, RB Leipzig at -165 with a draw at 330. This one is not so easy to call. I have no idea what to expect at all. We got 4 injuries for Leipzig. Gulacsi, the goalkeeper's out. Klosterman, Poulsen, and Lemire are all out, with Kornienko and Schved out for our good old Brazil University. I'm gonna go with Leipzig just because I've been enjoying their new coach Marco Rosa and the new style of play. I'm gonna roll with Leipzig here. Booty, what you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Leipzig as well. They've been hot. Although, give credit to Shakhtar. They've pretty much really been in most of these games at one point or another, especially the two against Celtic. They really had opportunities to win both of those. Just didn't do it. Just kind of seems like that kind of year for them. They just keep getting pretty close, but just in the end, just not finishing. So, yeah, I'm going to have to take RB Leipzig, 3 wins in 3 matches, go with the hot hand.
Got a Mike.
I'm going Shakhtar, man. Going Shakhtar. Looks like they're a +2, so
Yep.
it's not, yeah, I'm going Shakhtar. Shout out to future Arsenal winger Mudryk.
How did I
You
know
know.
that was gonna get slid in, man?
You know what I mean?
Mudryk. Yeah.
Shout out to my boy. He's had a great Champions League so far. Banging in goals, just being involved. He's looking good. I think he can maybe cause some damage. So we'll see what happens, man. But yeah, I'm just rolling with him, man.
Yeah, man.
I like the kid, man. We'll see what he can do out there.
He's flashy. This is the type of game where you get to see that next gen player. This reminds me of like that Zlatan, that Erling Haaland, like early career in the Champions League. This kid's probably not going to be playing many international tournaments, as well as like Kvaratskhelia. I personally love seeing those international players shine in Champions League because they don't get that opportunity in a World Cup or a Euro. So they take advantage of that Champions League. And I think Mudryk has really grabbed the Champions League by the neck and just been like, I'm gonna fucking try my best during this tournament. Booty and I shouted him out on the first match day. I think he had 2 goals. And we were like,
Nice.
who is this kid? Like, okay, keep an eye on Mudryk, moving forward. He's clearly got some skills. So yeah. Booty, we got your pick. Okay, so 2 Leipzig, 1 Donetsk. This is going to be a fun one. And I was just looking at the group real quick. Leipzig are at 9, Donetsk are at 6. And it looks like that Donetsk have a +2 goal differential. So, man, Leipzig, if they draw or win, they're in. But Donetsk, they just got to win. I think if they get a win, they go up +3. If they go 1-0, they go up +3, and Leipzig goes -1. I don't know what the tiebreaker is, but I would assume it's going to be head-to-head and then goal differential. So if these two teams are 1-1, then hey, Brazil University, welcome to the knockout round. Man, that'd be fun. That's going to be a fun game to watch. Definitely keep your eye on that one. Moving on, down Wednesday's games, we've got Group G, Manchester City hosting Sevilla. Sevilla, it's almost like they play champions to go back to Europa. I can't. You really hope they would do better here. So, Man City are hosting at -450. Sevilla away +1200 with a draw at 550. Erling Haaland is doubtful. Kyle Walker is out, and Calvin Phillips is out for Sevilla. Fernando, Nianzou, Corona, and Nesri and Oliver Torres are all out. Looks like Julian Alvarez is going to be starting up front for Man City. I think this is an easy one. This goes. I'm going to go back. I'm going to steal Gunner Mike's line. They just like to beat up on people. Man City. I think they're just gonna beat up on Sevilla here and send Sevilla back to the Europa. Gunner Mike, what you got here?
Yeah, man. I'm rolling with City, man. I mean, they'll get the job done. Whether it be in the first minute or 90th minute, they'll get a dub here on the day. Sevilla hasn't. We played them in preseason.
Oh,
I think we won the game like 8-0.
Damn.
Like some wild shit. So I know they fired their coach. Bad vibes around Sevilla, man. I expect City
bad
dub here.
Woody, Mike Daddy, what you got?
Yeah, City. Like Mike said at the beginning as well. I'll steal something else from Mike, but saying we were talking about this actually off the record. But dude, take away City's A team, plug in their B team. I think they
Right.
might be resting some people as well.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. The way Sevilla's looked, it's just another squad that just doesn't look like their year at whatsoever. And this tournament never really does. It's time for them to go back to Europa, where they belong, where they feel comfortable. It's about that time. The pumpkins start. The carrot's starting to turn to a pumpkin. So it's about that time. Head back on home. You do have to point out too something interesting here. City's coming off 2 draws. So that they're going to be out trying to get this win just to close this out. So that they're thinking about that in the back of their mind. So
Good point.
Pep will definitely be overthinking that. He's probably already overthinking it while he's brushing his teeth tonight. So dreaming about it. So yeah. I feel like he's going to come out with something here. They're going to go for this win.
Yeah, and looking ahead, it looks like Man City have got 4 games left until the World Cup. 1 Champions League, 2 EPL, and a cup match. And that cup match is against Chelsea. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to follow how all these teams manage these next 3 or 4 games moving ahead. Moving along, we've got Copenhagen versus Borussia Dortmund, aka Captain Jude Bellingham. What a fucking player. Very excited to see where he goes. The odds on this one, Copenhagen are hosting at plus 370. Wow. Dortmund, oh no, this is right. Sorry. Dortmund at minus 140 with a draw at 300. Yeah, it's got to be Dortmund. It's just got to be Dortmund. They look good. The last couple of times I've watched them play, they've been getting kind of unlucky in Champions League. They're still in second place, so they should be going to the knockout round. But watching them play against City was very impressive. I thought City was just going to walk over them, and they actually hung in there. Shout out to Marco Reus. He was a big part of that game. But give me Dortmund here. Mike Daddy, what you got?
Yeah, I'm going to go Dortmund as well. Another team that's been looking great. Whenever we've watched them, like you said, they've had a couple unlucky situations. Say, that City game, they basically had that game in hand and let that one go. But I mean, you can't really blame him for that one. The way Holland kind of put the team on his back, and hey, it was at City. That's it's tough. So I'm gonna take Dortmund. I would say that they're gonna rest some folks because if you look at the points, I think they already have this wrapped up. They got the goal differential.
They do.
So yeah, I mean they could, but I still think they can handle Copenhagen. Copenhagen's just been spiraling since day one. So I'll take the BVB.
Nice.
Yeah. No, I'm taking them as well. And like you said here, I mean, you got Bellingham in your team, so what else is there really to talk about?
So good.
He's really, really good. So yeah, and they're playing well. So definitely expect them to go ahead and ease into that dub and move on forward here.
Yeah, looking over at Bundesliga, it's a tight table over there. You've got top 5 spots 6 points apart, with Dortmund in 4th place with 22. They're only a win and a draw outside of first place here. So, as we've said in all the other games, because of this tight World Cup schedule, some teams have to look ahead into the domestic leagues just to make sure they're not slipping points. We're going to talk about it in a second. I might as well just get there now. AC Milan were a victim of this, dropped 3 points over the weekend, anticipating this Champions League game, resting a lot of starters. This is AC Milan hosting RB Salzburg. AC Milan are favored at minus 195. Salzburg away at plus 500 with a draw at 340. My heart says AC Milan, but boy, would this be a good game to bet because I've not been convinced. Looking at our lineup, we are starting our strongest players, Benacer, Tonali, Leao, Giroud, and Rebic. But, man, I'm not convinced. Maybe I'm still salty about this last one. Let's go to Gunner Mike. Who you got here?
Man, I'm gonna roll with you guys. Giroud's always good for a goal in a big game, I feel.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I don't know if Leao is really getting talked about enough. Guy is world class to me. World class, like upper echelon player. I think he's a game winner. You know what I mean? Just individually, like when your team's playing bad, one of those guys that can just go get it for you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see any reason why y'all shouldn't win the game. So yeah, I'm rolling with you all.
I want to just add, he had a awful showing this weekend, and I'm hoping it was the opponent. Some players kind of play down. He had two clear opportunities and just fucking wanked them wide. Just didn't even get him on frame. And people are saying that cost us at least a draw, maybe the win. So I hope you're right. I hope he turns it up like the Brazilians do for Champions League. But
Yeah.
this past weekend, man, it was not the 100, 150 mil player everyone's been talking about.
But I put it like this.
Yeah.
He was the guy putting y'all in position to even score the points, though, right?
Hell yeah, he was. You're right.
He just missed his chances. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It happens.
Fair point. I'm being hypercritical on him. That's for sure. He's still super young. I think he's 22.
Yeah.
So he's got plenty of time to really refine his finishing and find that form that really makes strikers great. Mike, Daddy, what you got here?
I'm gonna drop a draw on this one, dude. Just because it's Salzburg, they always kind of fuck around and we overlook them sometimes, and I feel like every time I overlook them, they fuck me over. So I'm not gonna overlook them, but at the same time, I still think Milan's got a better quality on their side. So I'm gonna give you guys that draw so you can go ahead and advance that round of 16, Hugh.
Yeah, man. I'm just looking. A draw works, so I'm okay with a draw. But I'd hate to see a draw, man. Oh God, because that means the scores are going to be tied the whole game, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I should watch this game tomorrow. If that's what's going down. No, this is Wednesday. I think I'll be take off Wednesday. Oh my God, man. All right, moving on to the other half of this group. We've got Chelsea, Dynamo Zagreb. Chelsea is hosting Dynamo Zagreb. Chelsea are favored at minus 320. Dynamo Zagreb at plus 850 with a draw at 460. This is Chelsea all the way. I mean, I know they got embarrassed over the weekend, but Dynamo Zagreb have been kind of getting beat up on in this Champions League group. Gunner Mike, what you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Chelsea as well, reluctantly, but they should get the dub. Yeah, they got embarrassed on the weekend by Potter's former team, so they're gonna come out upset and want to prove a point. So I definitely see a 3-0 in their future, some shit like that.
For sure.
Can anyone still tell me what I feel like last time I was on here I was talking shit about Kai Harris? Can anyone even still tell me what what he's up to these days? Or
it's hard to find a position for him. And he's definitely a quality player, but he has not done shit at Chelsea. And is that a fault of Tuchel? Is that a fault of Potter? I don't know. I think
Potter's been there for like 2 weeks.
I know, but that's not enough time to really figure out because Havertz wasn't starting with Tuchel. He wasn't a consistent player.
Right.
So Potter's got to figure out how to work him into a new system, I guess. Havertz to me reminds me of like that old school number 10 that like you gotta put the ball in his hands and let him create. And then if he doesn't have the ball in his hands, he's kind of like a wasted player. Like what is he doing off the ball for your team? I don't know. I gotta see more.
What you need in football now, 2022 football, man. You gotta work off the ball, man.
It's a different game now, man. You can't have like your James Rodriguez. Those players just don't cut it. Like your Mesut Ozils.
Mm-hmm.
Those players just don't cut it anymore. You need more.
Mesut Ozil,
as great as Ozil was, he would not thrive in this 2022. I'm sure a coach could be like, all right, man, come on, you got to defend a little bit, please. Like, just step in front of the ball or something, right?
Shoot, why do you think he's not at Arsenal?
Yeah,
that's why he got out here as fast as he could.
Yeah, man,
couldn't hang. Yeah,
man. And now I think is he in the Turkish league?
He's going from Fenerbahce to another team.
Oh God, they saw how lazy he was and like, fuck.
Yeah, man.
He's sliding down the ladder, man.
Shout out to Fenerbahce though. Arda Güler.
Arda Güler. Yeah, you're right. That's the next.
I like that kid. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's good. Yeah, he's a
Classic
good player.
Booty, who you got here?
I'll take Chelsea, but just to go back on this Kai Havertz train, he did have a goal last match, assist by Captain America himself.
Oh, Champions League.
Yeah,
That's right.
Oh, wow. Okay, fair.
so he did have that, but I enjoy making fun of him a lot more than I enjoy giving him credit. So I'm with you, Mike.
I'm on. See, who would you rather have though, Mason Mount or Kai Havertz? That's the question to ask.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I'm taking fucking Kai Havertz every
Yeah, I'm
fucking
taking
day,
Cam.
man.
Yeah, I'm
Not
taking
even
Yeah.
Kai
close.
Havertz too, man.
Yeah.
Mount's a
Sorry.
little overrated for me.
Mount is.
Yep.
Y'all already know how I feel about Mount, man. You
Yeah.
already know. I don't even need to go there. But
He's a passenger, but that's another question. Well, another topic.
you think? Wait, real quick. You think Southgate brings him and starts him? That's the next one.
Oh, he's bringing him.
You think he starts? He shouldn't, right? There's no way that
He
there's
shouldn't,
room
but
for
I
him.
mean, hey, look at Southgate. He's made. Come on, Harry Maguire's gonna start for England.
No, he's not.
Come on, bro.
No, he's not.
He's gonna start, bro.
You want to do a lunch bet?
I want to do a lunch bet. I'll sell
Okay.
you lunch money if he's not starting, buddy.
He's captain, right?
No,
Is he
dude, the
captain?
way lunch
Harry
bet
Maguire's gonna
works,
start, bro.
I don't think he will.
Okay.
I mean, we'll see, right? One of us is going to be right here. First game,
Yeah.
group stage 1, he's not starting. That's my bet.
Okay.
All right, love it. Lock it in, baby.
Lock it
Love
in, man.
He is captain for England.
He is. He's the
Wait,
captain.
Maguire's captain?
Yes,
No,
man.
Kyle Walker.
No, wait. Oh, I thought you said Harry Kane. My bad.
No. Harry
No.
Kane will start.
Harry
All right. Yeah.
Maguire, yeah, no. Maguire's not starting.
Oh,
Well, we know what Harry Kane is the captain for England.
I actually do want Maguire to start, so I hope that I'm wrong because I would love to play against Harry Maguire, but he hasn't been playing for United. Well, what?
And I mean, shit, bro. Not for Southgate. We're talking about. This is the thing, though. I feel like your mentality is with a normal sane coach who knows what he's doing.
Right. Someone who's
We're
logical. Yeah.
Right.
We'll see what happens.
We're talking about Gareth Southgate here.
Yeah. Wait. Who is Southgate starting over Saka? Was Saka not starting, or was he starting?
He's starting now, thank God.
Yeah,
He figured it out. He figured it out. But he was sticking with Jadon Sancho. He was sticking with whoever, man.
Fucking Mason Mount.
Mount.
God, man. How you
Mount
starting Mount over Saka, dude? What?
It's wild, man.
Phil Foden? Like, how
shout out to Saka, man.
God, how you sitting Phil Foden?
Hey, so Saka or Foden? I feel like we had this conversation before.
Oh, I hate this.
And I was saying Saka, but maybe other people were saying Foden. But I'm like, look at the team he's in. But I'm like, look what Saka is doing on a team that's not as good. Bukayo Saka is a better player, bro. I said it then. I'm saying it now. Bukayo Saka is a better player.
Saka cemented himself as an international starter, I think, way earlier than Foden did. And Saka was on a shit team, and Foden was on a great team, club-wise. So, like, the fact that Saka was able to cement his position in a international squad using Arsenal, a shitty Arsenal, as the vessel to do it, that says more about Saka than it does about Foden, who did not get that locked starting job for the England national team. I like Saka. He's a lefty, right? Isn't he a lefty?
He's a lefty.
Yeah. See,
inverted winger.
I'm a bias against lefties, man. I'm always going to be picking my lefties. I think.
Hey, man, you saying shitty Arsenal kind of strong for me, man.
I just want to point that out. Subpar, mid-table Arsenal. Eighth to 10th place Arsenal. That's what I was.
Yeah, no.
Shitty to Arsenal standards, right? Like you can.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm just talking shit, man.
Yeah, you have me fucking defending. Like, come on, I didn't mean it like that.
No, I'm just talking shit, man. I'm just giving you a tough time.
Cool. I like that. We're gonna have to get you back on for an international World Cup ep. That's gonna be. I'm very excited for that, man.
Absolutely, man. Because I mean, England, I'm locked in. Obviously, us.
Yeah.
United States, I'm locked in. You know, everybody like my guys might be playing for Brazil, locked in.
Yeah, you're gonna be locked in on Brazil.
France. Yeah, absolutely. I'm really praying Martinelli gets a call up, man. I feel like he's earned it, but that's a lot of spots, man. It's a lot of competition up there.
They're gonna give it to a Brazilian domestic league player.
Interesting.
It's just, I mean, Martinelli should get it because he's playing in England. He's starting for Arsenal. He's doing well. He scored a goal over the weekend.
He did.
Right? And they have a guy in Brazil. I think he plays for Flamengo, Pedro, who is also starting, killing it. The Brazilians love him. They all follow him. And they always bring players from the Brazilian, I think they call it Serie A as well.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. You know.
It's like us bringing MLS players. It's got to
Yeah.
happen. You know,
Yeah.
you got to do it because the MLS funds the United States men's national team. So
Only if the MLS was good.
yeah, right.
But
Dude, Flamengo. I mean, I'm just gonna give them an early shout out. They just won the Copa Libertadores. I think in Peru. I think they just won it this weekend.
oh wow.
Yeah, man. Shout out to them. I'm gonna give them a shout out. We got one more group. That's Booty's group. Booty, you want to finish with your boys first or last, man? Let's go Maccabi Haifa versus Benfica here. This one, I don't know. I'm gonna flip a coin. Benfica, just because Benfica. It's plus 380 for Maccabi Haifa. It was minus 160. Missed it after I clicked away from it. Son of a bitch. Well, anyway, what y'all got here? Benfica or Haifa?
Pika.
Benfica all the way. They've been rolling.
All right, let's get to the fun one. Juventus PSG. This one's easy for me. PSG. Juve looking like they're going to be bringing an ambulance to the stadium with them with all these players they're missing. Leandro Paredes, Angel Di Maria, Bremer, Paul Pogba, Marley Ake, Mattia De Sciglio, Danilo, and Federico Chiesa are all going to be missing. Looking like Booty's favorite formation, though, possibly the penis formation.
Hey.
Do y'all have Booty? Let's hear it, man. What you got?
That dick ain't gonna help him. I'll tell you what. And I'm glad we close out with them last because that's about where they belong.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take PSG. Unfortunately,
PSG at minus 155. Juventus at plus 400.
Getting tough to watch, man. Getting tough to watch. I tried to watch. I think it was. I stopped watching a couple of weeks ago actually because it was just it was in the middle of the game too. That was the last match. I turned it off when they scored the second one, and then I saw they were coming back a little bit, and then I was like, "What the fuck are they going to come back for?" You know, like what's the point at this point? They're just it just doesn't even look like the old Juve squads that at least had some sort of fight in them towards the end. They don't have it, and not that I'm saying that he's the reason why, but if you ever go look, ever since we dropped all that cash on Ronaldo, our back line has then gave up more goals than we gave up in 10 years. Like as far as an average per game. I don't know if that was a Delict thing. I don't know. But if you go back and look, I mean, these old Juve squads we're used to, they didn't give up goals.
No.
But if you go look at the squads recently with the last couple of years, we jump out to a lead and then we give it away.
I think that's also not being able to replace Chiellini. You know, you went from Buffon, Bonucci, Chiellini, who Bonucci, in my opinion, was kind of like piggybacking on those two. Right? We saw when Bonucci went to AC Milan, he didn't offer any help to them. But Chiellini was still doing the damn thing over at Juve. Once Chiellini left, Bonucci was kind of, I feel like, brought to the spotlight of like, he ain't your guy that's going to replace Chiellini. And then you lose Delict and you bring in Bremer, who then gets injured. So now you're like, fuck, we got to rely on Ruganu, who's decent, but
they've sent him on loan 6 times.
Yeah, man. And on top of that, when was the last time you guys had new outside backs? You've had Sandro, Cuadrado, and who's the other guy? Danilo. For like the last like 6-7 years?
Yep.
And y'all had fucking Cancelo. Let him go. Yeah. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. We knew he was special, man. I don't know why they let him go.
And I remember the first game I ever watched that he played with them, they had him less of a winger role, if I'm not mistaken, and more of a defender role. And I remember, he's one-on-one with somebody. He, of course, gives up a PK because, I mean, dude, it's like put him on the wing. Okay, I don't know. It's tough to watch.
I'm pointing to Agnelli. I think he's been doing too much outside of his wheelhouse. It's like right now he brought Allegri back because it's like his comfort blanket, you know? Like,
Right. Like it's almost like he doesn't know what else to do at this point.
yeah, he has no idea what to do. You know, you can see the 3 years they had Ronaldo, they were just panicking with coaches, right? They had Sarri, then they had Pirlo, and then they had Allegri. You know, and then I think Allegri, it went Allegri, Sarri, Pirlo, back with Allegri. It's like, Jesus, man, figure it out. Like, stick with one and roll with it. That might have been a result of Ronaldo, though. So, not going to put too much on Yelly, but Yelly should have some spine and say, no, we're going to roll with him. We're going to build with this coach for the future. I don't know. I'm looking at Agnelli here as the leader of the circus, saying, you know, like, have some spine, get a direction. You know, they had Kulichevsky, they have Bentancur. Those are great players. Why did you let those guys go?
Mm-hmm.
At least they got McKinney, man. I think that was a great pickup. Locatelli has kind of fizzled out. Vlahovic has kind of fizzled out. Rabiot is their best player right now.
Crazy.
Shocker.
It's hard to say, isn't it?
Yeah, I would have never guessed that in a million years. Rabiot is Juventus' best player. You have Keane, Vlahovic on your team, and he's the best guy. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I definitely think Juventus crash out. Do they make it to Europa is the question, right? Because now they're in last place.
Mm-hmm.
If they get a draw and Maccabi Haifa lose, they're in. But as far as the standings go, Maccabi Haifa is in that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
What you think, Goody? Let's leave it there.
Yeah, I'm cool to leave that. I'll leave it at the bus station.
There you go. Okay. Well, that'll be it. That's our last game. I think it's time to close this out.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. Give that shout out to that special one we love or hate. Gunner Mike, what you got?
Oh man, you know, just want to say big shout out to my manager, Mikel Arteta.
Hell yeah.
Big shout out. We stuck with you, Mikel. We rode the storms. Fruits of our labor is paying off here. Keep going, my friend. Keep going. You're doing the business, buddy. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. We rocking out. So, yeah, man. Shout out to Mikel Arteta. Shout out to Arsenal, man. Big January window on the way.
Really?
Come on, man. So I'll tell you what. I feel like I mentioned this last time, maybe not last year, but I feel like I did. But like, dog, we're ahead of schedule. I feel like I said that last year. Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
we should have qualified Champions League because we were in position to.
Yeah.
But we just need to get back into Europe, which we're in right now. And like right now, we're challenging not just back in Europe, but we're challenging for the league. We're ahead of schedule, man.
That's fair.
Life's good. Shout out to Mikel Arteta.
So wait,
we just gotta keep rolling.
Even after all that money dropped in the summer, you think y'all have a big January window?
Absolutely.
You know who it's gonna be?
Absolutely.
It's gonna be Calvert-Lewin. That's my money.
That would be interesting.
Y'all need to go get him ASAP. Y'all need to get him out of Everton.
Think yeah. We need that. We need a gunman. You know what I mean? Like Jesus is a good number 9, but I think he's a good number 9. He does a lot of dirty work and shit. You know what I'm saying? But he's just not like a natural goal scorer.
But he's not a true 9.
That's what we need. Right. That's why we wanted fucking Vlahovic so bad.
Yeah, dog.
So it's like I hate that you're a Juve fan, Booty. Because, Vlahovic, Locatelli, those guys are supposed to come, man, and I know they're hating life right now.
Yeah, they are.
They're hating life right now.
Yeah, they are.
And they could be living the good life right now. They could be living a good life. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be disrespectful because y'all, great club, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Just situation right now. You know what I'm saying? It's
course,
like, yo. And I'm just being a hater too, because I wanted them on my team. You know what I mean? But fucking hell. But yeah, nah, man. But all in all, we're gonna see how it shakes.
Shit, man. OC Men would be a dope little pickup for y'all as well. Y'all need a new number 9 that's not Gabby.
They ain't dropping that kind of bread. That kind of bread,
All right.
I don't know. But I do think it's like, hey man, you're top of the table. We got 2 games left domestically before the World Cup.
Yeah.
2 big games. You got Chelsea and Wolves. Win one of them, right?
Yeah.
You win one of them, you're still top of the league. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? At the end, before the break,
You go to the
I had no
management.
choice.
Yeah.
What
Hey,
choice you
man,
have?
double down. This is the time to do it. Don't rest
Double
on your
down.
laurels. Double down. You got money?
Double down.
Let's spend it. Let's double
Come
down.
on, man. We talking about Walmart money, baby. Come on, man.
You know what?
Come on, man.
If-
yeah.
if
Kroenke's
Saka-
wife is
If Saka
Walmart
goes
heirs.
off, people forget that the World Cup is a time to market club teams because these players go off and then people start researching like, oh, who's Kylian Mbappe? He
Right.
plays for who?
Right.
Monaco. Who's that?
Right.
You know, before he went to PSG, he was on Monaco, right? This is
Yeah, man.
Saka. If Saka has a good World Cup, people are going to look back to Arsenal. Arsenal's going to get a whole bunch of publicity. This next generation, these Americans, this next generation, whoever has a good World Cup, they're going to take that market. Guaranteed.
Absolutely.
Vinicius, if he has a good World Cup, you're going to have a whole bunch of Real Madrid fans. Guaranteed. Pulisic, if any of these Americans on European clubs they have a good World Cup, you're going to put them in that market. Anyway.
Spot on, man. Spot on. Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be interesting. I hope Saka can I just hope he can get right and play. So, we're gonna see, man. But yeah, I definitely expect a big window. You gotta back him. You gotta back him, bro. You gotta back him.
If Arteta says I want another player, they'll do it.
I believe they will.
They'll do it.
He's paid dividends, bro. He's paid dividends. And I tell you what, if anything, Arsenal is like they've set the tone here as far as just coaching. Like, stick with your guy, man. Just hang in there. Just hang in there.
Arteta out, standing.
What a time.
Yeah, that was fun,
What a
man.
time.
I remember you and I
time,
just
man.
laughing, like, this is stupid. This is so dumb. Everyone's
dumb.
gonna forget about this. Here we are, man. Top of the table.
I'm just happy
right?
we did it. It was close. It was close, though. It was close.
It was close.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It was close, man.
It was close.
But it was just, you gotta kind of ride the waves. But I've known Arsene Wenger my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So it's, you get to this is what you know. But yeah, man. We'll see what we can do. We gotta close the job.
Yeah, I got a quick shout out. I'm gonna shout out my sister and her new husband. They just got married. Shout out to Coco and Andrew. I had COVID during the wedding, so I didn't get to really celebrate with them, but still got COVID right now. But yeah, so I was masked
How you feel,
up.
man?
I feel fine. It's just my nose. It's just stuffed up. If my sister hadn't have seen me the day before her wedding, I wouldn't have gotten tested. But she saw me. I was sniffling, like sneezing and coughing. And that night, she was like, "Can you test yourself for me?" Because we got a lot of people that have never had COVID yet, and I don't want to be the wedding that gives it to them. Sure enough, man, I took 2 tests. Positive.
Damn.
Like, all right, fuck it. Like, they're like, all right, Hugh, mask up, go sit in the back of the church, and when we get to the reception, go stand in the corner somewhere and eat your food. And I was like, okay, as long as you're happy, I'll do whatever you want. Not my day. I'm not going to be throwing a bitch fit. I'm not wearing a mask. I'm not going to be one of those people on someone else's wedding day. So
Fair enough.
But yeah, shout out to them. Newly married couple. They're off to Greece right now for their honeymoon. So welcome to the fam. And I guess we're now in your fam as well. Puerto Ricans.
Oh, that's nice. Cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm excited to go spend some holidays down in Puerto Rico.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, man. Booty, who you got?
Congrats, Coco. My shout out, since it is Halloween night, just gotta go to my guy, Michael Myers. Busy night tonight. Gonna run around the neighborhood. You're gonna see it in the papers tomorrow, NOLA.com. But lock your doors, even though it doesn't matter. That's all I got.
All right.
I've been watching Halloween movies like all damn day too. I was texting Mike earlier. I was like, I've been playing drinking games with this Michael Myers.
Hey, are they still on right now? Are the movies still playing?
AMC's been doing a marathon all day.
Holy shit!
Awesome.
Yeah, they started with the original, and then they got to the stupid ones like the part 4 and 5, where it's like, oh man, they chopped the wrong head off. It wasn't actually him. It was a coroner that she killed. It's like, dude.
Right.
Shit. I saw the newest one, and god damn, that was terrible.
Oh man, I was gonna say, how was it? Oh, it was ass, huh?
Oh, dude, I liked the two before that, like the two that Dane McBride redid. I thought
Yeah.
those were great, and then they ended it so fucking terrible. This one, like go check it out if you have Peacock, but don't spend the $5 if you don't.
Oh, so it's on Peacock. It's not in theaters.
It is in theaters, but if you have Peacock, it's on Peacock too.
Bet. Okay,
Yeah,
I do have Peacock.
like I didn't even finish
We'll
it.
run
I got
it.
like halfway through. I was like, this is
Damn.
junk.
I fucking hate
Oh,
scary
shit.
movies, so I'll never watch them. I don't even care if they're stupid. Like, just not gonna watch them.
And see,
Halloween Resurrection is on right now.
most of them are kind of stupid, but these last few had a great storyline to them, and it explained a lot that you didn't learn like the first movies. But man, the way they ended this one, and I don't know if you know, Hugh, but fucking Kenny Powers, fucking Dane McBride was like fucking produced all of them. All these last three anyway.
Cool.
So I was impressed. But then this last one, no, not worth it. Unless you plan on drinking it. That's about it. So
Cool.
But that's all I got, folks. Y'all got anything?
Hey, real quick, like when we be going through the episode, there'd be a couple times I'll be like, want to jump in, but I just like, real quick, we're talking about Flamingo earlier.
Yeah.
You know David Luiz plays for Flamingo?
Yes.
Which is crazy, right?
First player ever to win to win European and South American trophies.
What a player, man.
What a fucking player.
What a player. He doesn't get the credit he deserves.
He doesn't.
Prime David Luiz would be that fucking guy in 2022 soccer. Would be that fucking guy. But,
man.
It's nuts. It's nuts.
He just brings that stigma of 7-1, which is unfortunate.
These things happen,
That's what's going. That's what goes through every Brazilian's head. And Chichi knows if he puts him on the squad, he's gonna his head will be put on a plate if they don't win the World Cup, and they're all gonna look at David Luiz. But I mean, it's just like you said, man. He's an athlete. He's a hell of a defender. You know, Juan Kincaid.
I don't.
He's like he's a newscaster in New Orleans. I forget what channel it's for. He's like a famous newscaster. He's on the news. He reports the news or sports or whatever.
He's on
I was
Fox.
at a party. Wait, what? Fox 8?
Fox 8, yeah.
Fox 8?
So I was at a party, and sure enough, there's Juan Kincaid, and it's a Brazilian's party. And we start talking about that World Cup. And you know me, I'm a big David Luiz fan. And he starts talking mad shit about David Luiz. And I'm like, and of course, I had been drinking. So of course, I fucking start defending. And Juan Kincaid and I are having an argument about David Luiz. I eventually had to walk away, or my Brazilian buddy was like, dude, calm down. That's fucking Juan Kincaid. You know who you're talking to? I'm like, this guy don't know what he's talking about, man. Getting overly passionate and defensive about fucking David Luiz with Juan Kincaid. I guarantee he does not remember that, but I remember getting passionate about it. Anyway.
Hey, no, that's what's up, man. No, I fuck with David Luiz, man. FA Cup winning with us, man. Shout out to him, man.
Word.
Good player. Yeah, man. The guy won a trophy with us, man.
I know that he had a horrible game with y'all where he got own goal, red card or something. He has
against
those
Chelsea.
Games.
Against
he
Chelsea
has
at
those
that.
games, man, where he just loses the plot, and you're like, dog, what? Yeah. Come on, man.
When you get a chance, pull up David Luiz versus Man City in FA Cup semifinal.
Okay.
Just enjoy.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah. We had to play them on the way. And then play Chelsea in the final.
Damn.
So you played that one too. Yeah.
Oh, I remember this was Arteta.
This
one
is
of
COVID
Arteta's
year.
first trophies, right?
This is in his first 6 months.
Yeah, wow, I do remember.
This is
his
his
first
months.
trophy. This is
like peak COVID when we were literally in the house. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just no fans, no nothing after the restart. Better traffic. Those
Shout
times.
out to Flamengo. Shout out to David Luiz. I forgot to shout them out. Thank you for that.
Yeah, man, no doubt.
I think it's time to close it out.
That's all we got, folks. This has been the Footy Fetish Show, where the fetish is real and the footy is soccer. Peace out, Boy Scouts.
All right. I think we're still recording. So I'm going to end this now so I can start to work on this. But it was a pleasure seeing y'all.
Yeah,
I'll be in touch.
Show, fellas. Y'all be cool out there, man. Appreciate y'all having me on.
Hell yeah, man. Love having you.
Always love to have you, dude. You're the
Yeah,
best.
no, man.
You're the best.
Holla at y'all.
You
Y'all be cool.
know Jacoby Myers, dude, but you're the best.
Oh man, on that note, I'm gonna go, man. Randy Moss.
Y'all be good.
Peace.